Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Story time. We're gonna have to sit down for this one. No, no, no. Oh my god. Karma's a fucking bitch. When I was 16, oh fuck, there was this 19-year-old guy that was talking to me. Obviously, that's a 3-year age difference. It's illegal. I didn't want any illegal shit. I was a good child. So I just told him, you know, like, hit me up when I'm 18. Figuring this man would forget about me within like 2 years. I'm literally nothing special. My 19th birthday is on Monday. Do I not get a fucking text from this guy today asking if I was 18 yet? Oh no. What the fuck am I supposed to say now? I hate confrontation.
So I'm at the doctor. The guy doing x-rays is super cute. So he's like asking me questions. He's all, oh, do you have any metal in your bra? I'm like, I'm not really sure. I might. He's like, okay, just to be safe, take your bra off. Sir, huh? Take it back a notch. It's too much.
So back when I was in 8th grade, this girl that didn't like me decided it would be a good idea to break my thumb. And like, I remembered this day because it was really rainy, so we had to play volleyball inside. And so she got paired up to be my partner. This was bad because she really didn't like me for some reason. Back in 8th grade, I didn't really talk that much because I was super shy. But anyways, this girl just hated me for literally no reason. So everything was going good. We were like practicing, like hitting the ball back and forth. When all of a sudden, she goes, hey, look behind you. So I look behind me, nothing's there. I turn back around and a volleyball is hurling towards my face. My instant reaction was to put my hand up like this to block the volleyball from hitting my face. Well, it ended up tearing a ligament in my thumb. I had to go to the emergency room and I had a cast on for a while. But shout out to that girl if she's watching, cause you're a bitch.
And now it's time to ruin your childhood. So many of you are familiar with the classic Disney movie Peter Pan, which is a movie we've all come to know and love over the years. However, the original story of Peter Pan is nothing like the movie, and it's actually very dark. So much like the cartoon movie, the book Peter Pan is about a boy in Neverland named Peter Pan who never grows up. But also, Peter Pan is the only person in Neverland who never ages. And you're all familiar with the group of friends Peter Pan hangs out with known as the Lost Boys. However, much like in real life, eventually all boys become men. And Peter did not like this. So what did he do? When they came of age, he killed them. Here's where it gets more tricky. The group of pirates who roam the seas of Neverland, led by a said Captain Hook, is rumored to be former Lost Boys who escaped from Peter Pan before he could kill them. Which really begs the question, in the story of Peter Pan, who's really the bad guy?
Story time. So when I was little, I was super socially awkward and had no idea how to apologize to people. So one day I thought it would be a good idea to teach myself how to apologize to people by making a scenario that I had to apologize to someone in. So I was at Trader Joe's with my mom, and she let me get one of the junior shopping carts. I guess she was on another aisle, so I was by myself for a couple minutes. I was like 8. So I'm pushing her on the shopping cart, and in my mind I go, the next words that are coming out of my mouth sound crazy now that I'm older, but I was like, I'm gonna ram the shopping cart into the back of someone's ankles so I can apologize to them. So this poor woman that is in front of me, I take the shopping cart and I ram it into the back of her ankles. And she turns around and she's like, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so story time. So I'm at the lovely Dunkin' Donuts. We love a good Dunkin'. I pull up. I'm ready for my $2 latte because it's past 2 o'clock. So I'm ready for that because I'm broke and I'm ready to be getting my energy up on a budget. So a truck pulls up right here and it's a dad and a daughter. The dad goes in to get some munchkins. Like they must be having a little party or something. Well, the daughter stays in the car and I'm getting out, doing my thing, ready for my latte. And this is the daughter to me. And this is me. And she's like, are you from TikTok? I'm like, oh my God, TMZ. I run into the Dunkin' Donuts and I'm like, they're on to me.
Story time to the most embarrassing moment of my life. I'm in class. I have to fart. My tummy hurts. I ain't no bitch. I ain't gonna hold it in. I let a little one slip. It was silent, but the air was hot. It left third-degree burns on my butthole. I'm no scientist, but I think it is law that if it is silent and the air is hot, you know what I mean if you've been there, then it's gonna be bad. And my hunch was right. Next thing I know, the whole classroom screaming and pointing fingers. What died? Oh my God, it was you. And I knew it was me, but I kept pointing fingers too. I was like, no, it was you, you know. And my tummy kept hurting, so I kept letting them out, even though all this commotion was going on. So my teacher pulls out Febreze and is running around the classroom with Febreze going pss, 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 pss. Next classroom over hears the commotion and comes over. They can smell it in their classroom apparently too. 2 classrooms are screaming. We had to literally evacuate our classroom and the classroom next door because I kept farting. Evacuating didn't help because I was in the hallway letting them rip too, so it was just a bad day.
Story time. So this morning, my son gets to take a board game with him to school, right? And so he goes and he looks in the closet. He picks out Jumanji, because we have the board game Jumanji. He goes and puts it in his backpack, and he goes and gets ready for school. Well, I go and grab my phone, and I pull up a 15-minute long sound effect that sounds like this. And I turn it down so that it's just quieter than regular conversation level, and I put it underneath a kitchen chair. He comes back in and takes his backpack. He can't hear it because, the dogs are in there walking around and stuff, and my wife is in there, and he sets it down in the chair right next to where I put that sound effect. And after a few minutes, he's like, I don't think that's the fridge, because he thought that it was the fridge making that sound, right? So then he bends down and he's listening at his backpack, and I was like, wait a minute, didn't you put Jumanji in his backpack? The look on his face, like... And then he starts pulling it out and opens it up and looks, and he's like, it's not coming from here. And so I grab the phone and pull it out, and he's like, Dad!
So I have this neighbor who I've never spoken one word to at all. Every time I drive by in my car, or when I had only a bicycle, I would ride by, we would just wave towards each other. That's it. That was our whole communication. And today I decided to go get some coffee from the gas station and everything, and I drive by and I see his garage doors open, we wave at each other, and I go get my cup of coffee, and then I also get him a cup of coffee so I can finally meet this guy who I've just been waving to for the past year and a half. I pull into his driveway, and this older gentleman, this old man, got up, smile on his face, and I gave him a cup of coffee, and his daughter walks out, and she tells me that he actually has autism, and his favorite part of the day is when I go to work or I come home from work and we wave at each other. That is his favorite part of the day. That hit me right in the heart. That made me feel so good. So just by a simple act of waving, I made somebody's day. Be kind to one another.
So a thing just happened. Mom and I got some pizza from a pizza place that makes pizza, and it was busy in there, so she placed the order and left, and she placed the order under Christina. Christina is my mom's name. So she's like, there's this shop that I want to check out. I'm leaving you in charge of picking up the pizza. So I'm like, okay, I'll pick up the pizza. So this individual behind the counter calls out for Christina, and I pick up the pizza, as one does. And they hand me the pizza, and they're like, what's your preferred name? And I'm like, Jake. And they're like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry to do that to you. This individual thinks that I am the Christina, and I am a transgender individual whose mother dead named them at the pizza place. So they in that sort of voice go have a good day, Jake. And I am mortified beyond belief by this encounter.
Story time. So there's this one road in my town that everyone knows not to speed on because half the time there's usually a cop down at the bottom of the hill. Well, I live right off of this street and drive it every single day. Well, back in August when I was moving, I wasn't paying attention to how fast I was going, didn't see the cop at the bottom of the hill, and ended up getting pulled over. The usual happened. He came up to the window and was like, ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, yes, I do, because I'm a speed racer who doesn't know how to slow their ass down. He ends up letting me off with a warning, and I go on my merry little way. Well, just now I was driving home from school, not paying attention to how fast I was going, and not paying attention to see if there was a cop at the bottom of the hill. My fast ass was going 60. So same thing happens, takes my license and my registration. He comes back to the window and informs me he's the one that pulled me over back in August. He ends up giving me a warning and tells me not to go 60 and a 40 ever again. There's no moral to the story besides I need to be aware and slow my ass down.
Story time. So on New Year's, my friend and I went to a house party, and And she ends up leaving to go to the bathroom. But when she comes out like 3 to 5 minutes later, she's just like, guys, help. So like, I look at her, I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, shh, I broke the toilet. I follow her to the bathroom. The toilet bowl is filled to the rim with water. And there's just 3 pieces of toilet paper just chilling on top. And I'm like, what did you do? She starts freaking out. The people before me didn't flush. I thought it was okay to flush, but it wasn't okay. So one of our other friends comes in, hears the story, and she's like, okay, hold on, I'm gonna go get the house owner. And my friend starts freaking out, being like, no, don't tell him, he's gonna kill me. Our friend gets him anyway. And he comes in, unbuttoning his shirt, he's just like, did someone call a plumber? And then he sees the toilet, and he's just like, what did you do? So she tries to explain it to him, and he's like, okay, shut up. And then he fixes the toilet. But she was like still freaking out, like almost crying.
It's just another average day at middle school when you come across a door. You say to your friend Brad, hey, want to see something cool? You jump as high as you can and you touch the top of the door. Your friend Brad looks back at you and says, wow, what a hero.
Story time. I did an agility test for law enforcement, right? There's like 50 people there waiting to do the course, and the instructor there was like, all your names are put in random order. We're going to call you up so you can do the course individually. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna wait for 50 fucking people before I go. The instructor looked at his board and was like, first person, Taylor Cernoli. And I was like... But anyways, I was running through the course, and by the time I got to the dummy drag, when I tried to lift the dummy up, my fingernail fucking bent. Oh, that shit hurt so goddamn bad. But anyways, I finished the test. I went to go pick up my bag near the group of people there, and one of the fuckers, he was pretty big, was like, so you had trouble picking up that dummy. And I was like, yeah, I hurt my finger. And I didn't even realize that I was flipping him off. And everyone around me was like, and I just played it off like, good luck, big chungus.
Get this. So for a couple years now, I have been working seasonally retail. Stay with me. So during the Christmas season, this guy comes in. And I was like, hello, sir, welcome in. Is there anything I could help you with today? And he goes, can I have your number? And into that, I was like, and he was like, oh, you're married. And I was like, no, sir, actually, I'm engaged. I'm not engaged. I wear this ring out so that if somebody hits on me, I just can be nice and just be like, sorry. I know it's terrible, sorry, whatever, moving on. So he was like, oh, it's too bad you're engaged because I'd love to take you out. And I was like, yeah, anyway, how can I help you? And this man goes, I'm actually looking for a necklace for my girlfriend. His girlfriend. Then he asks where the $50 and under section is. I was working at a jewelry store, a nice jewelry store. I said, unfortunately, there's only a few items in that price range. Showed it to him. He said, thanks, winks at me and walks out the door. Somebody come get your man.